Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! The best way for me to describe this YouTube channel and the creation of it was my way of showing my appreciation for all of you being fans of Descendants and Zombies and showing love for who you've obviously appreciated and saw heroes in. I wanted to be a part of something special. I never had any idea how I was ever going to have the chance to be a part of something so special because you guys are what made it happen for me. You guys basically chose me as a part of the soundtrack of Descendants and Zombies, and ever since becoming a part of it, my voice has become recognized as one of the most recognizable voices to ever be a part of this soundtrack for all the nice things that I've said. And I said them because I believed in them with 100% confidence that they had some of the brightest futures and their stars were going to shine brighter in whatever constellation we could ever talk about here on the show. I wanted to present them with a chance and more of an opportunity than ever before, because I honestly believe that they were some of the strongest people in the world. In them, I saw strength. In them, I saw dedication and a whole lot of heart, perhaps more heart than they've ever been given credit for. And it became an honor for me to create this YouTube channel because I made believers out of all of you. I made more of a believer out of myself because I was always a Disney fan, and I was incredibly supportive of stars of the past generation such as Miley Cyrus, Selena Gomez, because I saw something undoubtedly special in them. And I see those same special qualities and those character traits in these characters that have been brought to light by such people as Kylie Cantrell and Malia Baker, who obviously contribute so much, a hell of a lot, to the Descendants of Zombies franchises. Thank you guys so much for being with me from the very first video that was ever uploaded here. Thank you so much for believing in me as the host of this show and having made this your favorite Descendants and Zombies YouTube channel of all time. I say this because there are thousands of content creators that revolve their content around Descendants and Zombies, but nobody has been this well received and or recognized as what I've become. I've become one of the most popular voices to ever talk about Descendants and Zombies because I discuss Descendants and Zombies, and I take this deeper, far deeper than any other content creator ever has. I've developed an emotional connection with my audience, and what I mean by an emotional connection is I truly feel how you guys have been made to feel about Descendants and Zombies. Nobody wants to hear criticism directed towards their favorite stars who they see heroes in. Nobody wants to hear critical reviews of Kylie Cantrell posted. Nobody wants to see critical reviews of Malia Baker, because you guys have saw something special in the characters Red and Chloe. And because you saw something special in the characters Red and Chloe, that deserves to be given a chance. That deserves to be given far more praise than it's ever been given. When I see a girl lining up at a toy store buying her favorite Descendants and Zombies character who's a doll that's probably eluded their collection for forever, so excited to buy it, it means the world to me because I had the chance to see it firsthand. I experienced something so special, by far more special than any other content creator has ever had the chance to experience. And I've experienced a lot. I witnessed the rise in popularity of Hannah Montana, how popular High School Musical was, how great of a show that Wizards of Waverly Place would eventually go on to become, how Phineas and Ferb was the most favorite animated TV series on Disney Channel. And I perceived it as an honor. I perceived it as a chance to have my voice more widely heard and to become more recognized, because the secret with me always has been, I don't think it's even been a secret, I've always wanted to go down in history for having been a hero, for having been that one guy who would always and forever say something nice about someone like Kylie Cantrell because I believed in her. When I saw Kylie Cantrell's strength with all of the criticism that she was faced with, I had so much respect for her for everything that she had to endure. I remember this one emotional video she posted where she felt like the world was against her because of a political point of view that had been misinterpreted and really taken out of context. And things had been said about her relationship with Malachi Burton that probably should have never been said. I think that was really just a lot of us jumping to conclusions because we wanted to get the better of Kylie. I think we really wanted to put rumors out there that had no place in any conversation, and I've often believed and I've often said that it's no reflection on who Kylie Cantrell is as a person. It's never been a reflection on who Kylie Cantrell is as a person, because when you actually give Kylie Cantrell a chance, you will quickly realize that there's a greater appreciation to be had for her and everything that she's had to endure. It's been such a huge honor for me to experience Kylie Cantrell's rise in popularity, to see her become characters such as Tony from High School Musical and Red, of course, one of the definitive characters that she's portrayed for the Descendants franchise, because Descendants has held a very special place in her heart, and it allowed her to become a stronger person. She saw a lot of herself in the Red character. I found it really cool how a girl who was so emotional played this really fearless character, because she was so connected to all of you, and she really felt for how you guys felt about her and how you were perceiving her, and she just wanted to give you the best. She wanted to be one of the best Descendants characters of all time, and I think she's done it. Some way or somehow she's done it. And the thing is, I think more of us could go out of our way to say something nice about Kylie Control, because I know for a fact there are fans who are solely devoted to Kylie Control content, who have subscribed here to this YouTube channel, who love these videos so much, who love me so much with all their heart for creating all these wonderful videos about Kylie and giving Kylie more of a chance than anybody ever has. I have had the time of my life and so much fun talking about Kylie Control, and there is no place in the world I would rather be than sitting right here in front of this camera with this microphone turned on, creating all the content that I have about Kylie Control. It's really been a wonderful experience. Not only for me to share with you my story, but for me to hear your stories from your perspective about what makes you a fan of Descendants and Zombies, because some of you even like the character Addison for just how powerful she was. You know, Meg Donnelly's been very dedicated to the Zombies franchise because she knows that Zombies presented her with more of a chance than any other opportunity ever did in her life, and she just wanted to share in these moments with all of you. She never wanted to experience these moments because of herself and because it was an opportunity. She wanted to share in these moments with each and every one of you for how much Zombies meant to each and every one of your lives, because a lot of us saw ourselves in these characters and their relationships. We thought of relationships we may have been caught up within ourselves, and we wanted to be treated more fairly. We wanted more of a chance. We wanted to achieve acceptance in our own lives, oftentimes in a world that is very difficult to achieve acceptance within. I really appreciated the reoccurring theme of Zombies about how anybody could come from anything and achieve acceptance no matter how difficult it was. It may take you longer than others to find that acceptance, but ultimately you will come out on the other side of the spectrum, on the other side of the coin, as a stronger person. And I know this because I see this every day. People feel more passionate about collecting Descendants and Zombies merch, all the Descendants and Zombies dolls, buying Descendants and Zombies Worlds Collide Tour tickets. Everybody is so excited about Leg 2 of the tour, heading overseas in parts of the United Kingdom, Australia, Germany. And I'm really excited to be a part of it because the energy in these crowds overseas are really at an all-time high. The appreciation level that you get from crowds overseas is unlike anything you could ever experience in, say, different parts of the world, such as the U.S. and Canada, because the energy is at an all-time high. People are unbelievably mind-blown by how Descendants of Zombies has become such a worldwide phenomenon. It's never really just been a phase. I've heard people refer to Descendants of Zombies as somewhat of a phase that we're just going through. Descendants of Zombies, the way I perceive it, is it's become a way of life, and people feel very differently about Descendants of Zombies. Every fan of Descendants of Zombies is different. Some of you love Red, some of you love Chloe, some of you love Bridget, some of you love Mel, some of you love Evie, some of you refuse to let go of the past because you hold on to this belief that their stories were anything but having been told and completed. And I, for one, believe the same thing. I never wanted to say goodbye to the original trilogy and its characters because they offered us so much. They offered us so much more of a chance to believe in ourselves, to be considered a part of something special, and to be a part of something special for what felt like forever. Because I think Descendants was really a dream that we were waiting on for forever, to have the chance to be a part of something special. Because while other franchises may have gone on to receive so much recognition and severity for their characters and the stories they told and represented, I think that this franchise was beyond believable. It was beyond powerful. It was beyond magical, because the thing is, the characters are what brought this story to life. They are what put the magic behind Descendants of Zombies, and you guys encouraged that. You guys bought into it. You guys believed in it with all of your heart, and you deserve to be encouraged to continue on following your passions and achieving your dreams. I have seen so many people become stronger. I have seen so many people achieve their dreams because of what Descendants of Zombies taught them, the value of appreciating a friendship, how valuable and precious time is, because we never seem to know how much time we have in an everyday lifetime. The thing is, time is too short, and life oftentimes is perceived for having been too short. So it's all about what we do with the time in our lifetime to spend time with our friends and the people we love, and just to let them know how much we appreciate them for being there for us every step of the way. Because no matter who we are, we all have that one special friend who's been there for us every step of the way, who's helped us make sense of everything going on around us. And that's what makes our lives so special and so worth living. For me as a content creator on YouTube, the only wish and the only hope I've ever had is that every single time I upload a video to the YouTube algorithm, is that the video is going to find its way out into the YouTube recommendation system. And the YouTube recommendation system is going to keep pumping and up these videos to people who just want to watch really cool videos. That's the only hope I've ever had. And I hoped that you guys would choose this YouTube channel over every other Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel that has ever been created, because most of the Descendants of Zombies YouTube channels that you guys will watch in terms of teaser trailers, reviews, character breakdowns, and analogies are pretty much full of nonsense. And I just wanted to be that one guy that actually said something that made sense about Descendants of Zombies, because when you see these workout routines that people like Kylie Contrell and Freya Sky have to put themselves through just to stay in shape for Descendants of Zombies, it takes a lot of heart and a tremendous amount of dedication to go into that gym and lift weights heavier than what you are. And we see them doing it all the time, and as a result of that, they become stronger. I see so many people drawing inspiration from that, because more people are joining sports teams, people are feeling more confident in their own abilities, and that's what makes this so special, and that's what makes Descendants of Zombies worth experiencing over and over again. Because if you've ever had a dream of joining the swim team, the cheerleading squad, then I say go for it, because you only ever have so many opportunities to do it. I've taken great pride in offering a lot of encouragement to people who have watched these videos and believing in their favorite stars such as Freya and Kylie, because I saw something special in them. I saw a girl hosting her own YouTube channel in 2005 when she was really young, just wanting an opportunity to be heard and seen by more people than ever before. Her show was called Hello Kylie. I was a YouTuber at that point in my life too, but I was never as popular as what Kylie Control became, because Kylie Control was just posting relatable content. Kylie Control was trying to relate to you more than ever before, and I remember taking away something special from every video I watched Kylie Control ever create. The review of Sam and Cat was one of my favorites, because as many of you already know, I was a huge supporter of Sam and Cat. I thought that Ariana Grande was going to go on to become one of the greatest stars I ever witnessed in Hollywood, and she did just that. Her production of Wicked was so phenomenal. Her portrayal of Belinda the Good Witch was really brought to life in a way that no other star would have ever been able to do it. She put so much magic and so much effort behind Wicked, and more people became believers in Wicked because of what Ariana Grande offered. But I remember Ariana Grande as such a young star that was never really given much of a chance. Nobody really knew quite what to make of Ariana Grande. I remember her showing up from out of nowhere after having so much success seen on Broadway because of The Lion King, and coming from that and becoming such a huge superstar overnight because of how well received she was. And she's had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to write music and to create and to be a part of something special. Because it's all about what you can create in an industry that sometimes is very difficult to leave your mark within and to leave an everlasting impression. Because the industry now more than ever is constantly evolving and constantly changing. It is a constant struggle to put your music out there the way you want to promote it. It's a constant struggle to leave a reputation behind. But everybody, no matter who we are, we all have a chance of leaving behind a legacy, because that's all I've ever wanted to represent, and that's all I've ever wanted to do and be a part of, is have this profound chance of leaving behind a legacy. And I know more than I ever had that I perhaps have the greatest chance of all time of leaving behind that legacy. I may have never known how I was going to do it 20 years ago, but I know more than ever now it will have something to do with Descendants of Zombies, because you guys have been incredibly supportive of how I've been made to feel and made everybody else feel about Descendants of Zombies. I like to believe that some way or somehow I've made people feel more confident in being fans of Descendants of Zombies, and realizing, it came within realizing that there was nothing ever wrong with being a fan of Descendants of Zombies, and being a fan of Descendants of Zombies was so cool. I had no idea that I would go on to become everybody's favorite content creator, revolving my content around Descendants of Zombies. But I've always wanted you guys to know that no matter how people feel about me, because I've seen my fair share of criticism in every video that I've ever created, but no matter how people have been made to feel about me, it's your love and support from the thousands of people who have subscribed here that gets me through everything. You guys have truly become some of my best friends, and I would love to stay friends with you for forever, because this relationship that I've built with my audience is something I take great pride in. And if I couldn't talk to you about Descendants of Zombies, nobody else was ever going to be able to in a far more effective way than I ever did, because I take this franchise to places it's never been. I go deeper than any content creator ever has, and I've honestly had the time of my life, and I've had so much fun creating these videos, having the chance to resonate with far more people than perhaps I've ever been given credit for. I've been involved with a lot of different niches: the Hannah Montana niche, the High School Musical niche, the Wizards of Waverly Place niche, the Twilight niche, but I have never been so widely revered and so accepted into a niche as I became for Descendants of Zombies. Everybody loved the stories I shared about how crazy I felt about vampires and werewolves and supernatural beings and forces, and believing in zombie apocalypses and alien invasions even more than anybody ever had. Because I think that if you want to believe in it, then more power to you. I think that should be encouraged, because more than one person stays up late at night watching alien abduction shows or theories on supernatural beings more than ever before. I've often done it ever since I was young, because I believed everything I saw on TV was real. And while I may have believed everything I saw on TV was real, that's what made creating these videos so fun and such a huge honor for me. I've had so much fun creating these videos and meeting so many wonderful people who feel even stronger about Descendants and Zombies than I ever have. You guys won't know more about Descendants and Zombies than I probably even do, because you guys showed up at my door one year on Halloween dressed up as your favorite characters, and I never ever forgot it. And you guys kept me outside my door until I narrowed it down who your favorite characters were that you were dressed up as. And then I remember that night going down to my basement on my computer at the time and doing a lot of research, extensive research about Descendants and Zombies, because I wanted to know everything there was to know so I could create relatable content for you guys while sharing with you my stories that often tied into and related to your favorite characters, because I not only wanted to make you guys feel special, but I wanted your favorite stars to know they were doing tremendous contributions, giving us tremendous contributions, and showing an incredible amount of effort that has really gone the distance and made them some of the greatest stars of all time. They will go down in history of being some of the greatest of all time, and that's what I'm here to ensure, is that their legacies are never ever forgotten, and we all have a chance to be a part of something special with them through buying Descendants and Zombies merch, buying tickets to events like the Worlds Collide Tour and the upcoming Leg 2, and celebrating moments like the premiere of Descendants 5 with Wonderland. This summer is going to be huge for every fan of Descendants and Zombies. We have Camp Rock 3, we have Descendants 5 with Wonderland, we have the coming together of all these franchises into one popular concert extravaganza, which I'm really excited about, and there are a lot of rumors associated with it, along with a lot of ridiculous rumors that I don't think many of us should buy into, and I've kind of wanted to clarify that. There are a lot of rumors, so once they become more clearer and the future is more determined for us, the thing is I will have more info to pass along to you. So if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, you're probably going to want to, because I think there is hope to be seen and to be had for these franchises, and I would just love to be a part of it, because if there's one guy who's always going to shine through with a really cool video, it's going to be this guy. Because the greatest honor in my lifetime and the greatest feeling that I've ever had is knowing that I have even the slightest chance of touching somebody's heart. And just knowing that you can touch somebody's heart through the power of the videos you create. For that one girl who's watching your video tonight in her room on her phone and her tablet, looking up at the stars, dreaming of being just like her favorite stars from Descendants and Zombies. If you can give somebody hope that that can happen for them, and that's as real and as close to them as ever imagined possible, that's what makes these videos so special, and that's what's made me one of the most successful content creators, and certainly one of the most revered and oftentimes celebrated, because of how I can tell this story. I've loved telling stories, and I've become known as one of the greatest storytellers ever alive, because I've been able to bring these stories to life. While your favorite stars may have brought Descendants and Zombies to life, I brought this to life more emphatically than anybody ever has, because what it comes down to is how much I believed in it, how much you have believed in it, and how together we came together and we created something special for every fan of Descendants and Zombies. I've often questioned if people who review the same content that I do believe in it as much as what I do, want to give it more of a chance, or are they just talking about Descendants and Zombies for the sake of talking about Descendants and Zombies without ever giving it much of a chance. I have seen all the criticism the music has received. I've read all the reviews that Kylie Cantrell and Malia Baker have had posted about them, and I think if we give them more of a chance, we have even more of a chance to be a part of something special that we will never ever forget, because we are setting ourselves up to be a part of history, and once we become a part of history, we will never forget having the chance to experience history in the way it was always and forever meant to be experienced. I've experienced so many milestones in the history of Descendants and Zombies. I've experienced so many milestones even before that with Hannah Montana and Wizards, because I believed in them with all of my heart, and I still believe in them. I still think they are some of the strongest people in the world because of the heart and the dedication they have shown, and I really do believe that this fandom is the strongest ever. You guys have really made me a stronger person. You've inspired me to do everything and be a part of everything I've had the chance to be a part of, and I will elaborate more on this coming up tonight on my final show which I do invite you cordially to join me for, because we can never seem to have enough opportunities or enough conversations that revolve around Descendants and Zombies, because once you can put a video out there that inspires somebody, to give them more hope and more of a reason to believe in Descendants and Zombies than perhaps ever before, that's what makes all of your videos worth creating. That's what makes all of your videos worth putting out there into the YouTube algorithm. The only hope I've ever had is that somebody's going to widely watch or widely see these videos, and it seems to happen for me with every second or third video I upload to the YouTube algorithm, because it comes back to how much heart and dedication you've shown for these franchises and you've always had with you. Thank you so much for having given me a chance when you probably never had to, or probably never should have, and having made me your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube content creator of all time. This is such a joy, and it's been so much fun, and I look forward to having more conversations and creating even more videos than ever before for this YouTube channel in the very near future. Having said that, guys, thank you so much once again for having chosen this YouTube channel as your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel, and forever and always having watched this video, because it's really been an honor for me creating these videos relating to far more people than I ever imagined I would ever have the chance to. Thank you so much for having Descendants of Zombies hold a very special place in your heart emphatically, and thank you so much forever and always for having watched this video. Forever and always, it's been my honor to create so much relatable content and to have shared with you my version of a very powerful story when it comes to Descendants of Zombies, a story we've all known, loved, and certainly appreciated over the years, that's held a very special place in our heart, and that will continue to for many years to come. Thank you so much for having watched this video.